Let us go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for your patience. We've had a bit of technical challenge getting the meeting started, but glad that you're here. Hope you can hear me loud and clear. And tonight, guys, we're going to be diving into this company called Timol. So if this is your first time, I know we had somebody post that this is the first time. So welcome to the call. Thursday, we're going to dive right into the product and what we coined an opportunity of a lifetime. For me, a product of a lifetime, and this company called Timol, which I never heard about until January of this year. Even though they've been around for over 20 years, guys, I just heard about them a few months ago, and this may be the case for you. You may be wondering, what's this company all about? Are they a fly-by-night company? Do they know what they're doing? Guys, by the time we're over in the next hour, you'll hear why we're so excited and why this company is here to stay for many years, guys. So we're going to talk about health on this call. And I don't know what the reason why you're on this call today. I don't know what. And welcome again. We have another person say that this is their first time winning. Fred, welcome to the call. I don't know what brought you to the call today. You might be going through a health challenge yourself. You may be in the best of health. But whatever it is, I know for sure that this product will go alongside whatever you're doing. That's a bold statement, right? It's a bold statement because one thing that this product does, it, it encourages you, if anything, to drink water. Even if you do drink a lot of water, you're going to see immense benefits of what this product does to your water. So I love the fact that I can boldly say that this is a great product that will just go alongside whatever you're doing day to day. Now, my friends, our modern day lifestyle, our foods that we eat, or in some cases, I don't even know if you can even label it food. But the food that we are being exposed to may not be the best things for you. Okay, and so we have these fast chain foods places all over the place, right? Convenience for one reason or another. I frequent them because it just saves me time. But you know what, my friends, this is a contributor to some of the health challenges we are experiencing in 21st century living. You know, we're going to be talking about major different challenges around health, around disease. All right, and this product is going to help in different ways because it helps the body, pure and simple. We're not here to make health claims. We're just going to show you a product that helps your body do what the body's designed to do, which is heal itself. And so, on the flip side of it, if you're somebody who doesn't even frequent one of these fast food joints, these chicken stores or eat French fries and whatever, but you always get your kale, you get your broccoli, your spirulina, you make sure you get all the greens you can get your hands on. Still, there's a big challenge. I mean, it's sprayed to death, right? For one thing, pesticides and all sorts of things. I even read recently, somebody sent me a post how the farmland, I mean, I don't want to get too controversial on here, but the farmland, what they're putting in the crops that you think is safe is not so safe, my friend. So you really got to do your own research nowadays. You can't even trust what they say is on the label, right? And so there's an app that I'm using now. I scan stuff and it literally tells me straight off the bat, oh yeah, no, don't touch it, no good. It's literally that case where you have to be your own doctor before you have to go and see a doctor. So we're going to be talking about modern day lifestyle. Ideally, we want the foods, different colors of the rainbow, as I always like to coin the phrase. You want to have as much variety, these fruits and these vegetables on your plate. In fact, more so than maybe some of the other stuff that you have on there. Make room for it rather than it being on the peripheral. With me, sometimes it was just like the last thing on my plate. And these things are going to help your body, right? So I've spoken about the problem that we have with our modern day lifestyle. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter what country you're in. Even in the Caribbean now, in Jamaica, it's like, it's the same Western kind of society, storefronts that, we I say I didn't grow up in Jamaica, but, from my father's side of family, growing there and seeing just the way things were and the way things are now, you would think it's an extension of North America, right? But it's not. And this is the big trigger, my friends, acidity. So we're going to be talking about this gentleman to start with. Back in 1931, he won a Nobel Prize on the cause and prevention of cancer. Okay, and that's what his thesis, right? And you know, I had news today. Unfortunately, I had a family member who's been struggling for many years, and you know, it was because of that very reason. All right, as we know, you know, TV, you can turn on commercial, cancer research, and all this kind of stuff been going on from the time I was born. And so this gentleman here, back in 1931, he came out with this thesis and spoke about the metabolism of tumors. So Otto Heinrich Warburg demonstrated that all forms of cancer are due to two conditions, two basic conditions, my friends: acidosis and hypoxia. Now, acidity of the blood and lack of oxygen are major contributors to the problems that people who unfortunately go on and develop cancer. Now, he said here, cancerous tissues are acidic tissues, healthy ones are alkaline tissues. So, my friends, if we can get our bodies to a state where it's more alkaline than acidic, then that's a good thing, right? In anybody's books. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Those foods I showed you on the previous slide, they're very acidic in nature. If you were to measure them, you would see that there's not a lot of nutrition going on in some of that foods that are poised as having the best burgers or whatever. They're not, right? And so the other problem we're faced with that helps, you know, I would say hinders our bodies is excess free radicals going on. So again, free radicals, this is an isolated oxygen atom. Too much of that, it's a major problem, right? We are going to have this, you know, big problem with our health. And just if you don't believe me, we're talking about cell oxygenation, with, you know, oxygen in the blood, in the cells. So ideally, if your body is working to its best peak performance, you know, it will be able to fend off these things that are running around in our body. But when you have an excess of it, it's going to start breaking down your body. And this forms all sorts of different health challenges. Okay, so again, this research was done back in 1954. All right, free radicals damage on the body. And again, you can do your own research on that. So these two things, my friends, that we're going to really dive into today as to why this product and why I boldly would say that everybody can benefit from taking this product because it's going to help you and help your body in a positive light. So again, just like anything, my friends, you need free radicals in your body, just like you need parts of your body that are acidic in nature. Okay, but too much of that, you're going to start having a major health challenge. Too much of free radicals, guess what? You might start looking older than your time. Now, I know nobody wants to look older than their time, right? You always want to get that compliment. You know, someone say, "How old are you?" And they say, like, "Oh, you look old, 10 years older than your time." That doesn't go down well, right? you're not gonna you're not gonna be you know, having a great day after somebody tells you you look, you know, 60 when you're only 50, right? Or you know, whatever the case may be. So you want your body to be able to, you know, look well, all right? And it's an inside job, my friends. You know, it's not just an exterior thing where you can just surface it. And a lot of the time things come to the surface, but it's spent years of manifesting inside the body. So by the time it's actually causing you to maybe feel sluggish, or you know, your body's not working the way you know it should do, it's because it's a manifestation of what's going on at the cell level. So we're going to dive deep, my friend. We're going deep tonight. So two things, guys: how can we reduce acidity, and how can we reduce free radicals that are in our body? Glad you asked, because we're going to show you a short video that will give you an insight into magnetized water. Yes, we're going to talk magnetized water, not just any old magnetized water as well, right? We've got something that's pretty much a game changer. So sit back, relax, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay,
Can't
guys,
hear
can
you,
you
Roy.
hear that?
Can't hear it.
Can't hear it. Okay, cool. All right. Thanks for that because I couldn't hear it either. So I'm like, what's going on? Let me just pause the recording. All right, my friend. So having a bit of a challenge with my laptop today, but I want to talk about the chemical reaction that takes place with magnetized water. All right. So we're going to come back to that video. It's basically going to break down what I'm going to share with you in a minute. So when you supercharge your water, okay, we call it water hydrolysis. So your H2O dissociates into two parts: OH minus, that hydroxide ions, and hydrogen ions. Okay, so this breaks that apart. What happens after that? It's going to leave these clusters, these hydrogen ions. So you're going to find, guys, when you drink water, your general water, and you start to drink this water, you're going to find this water having a much more refreshing taste to it. Okay. And that's because what we're going to add to the mix is minerals, calcium and magnesium. Okay. So they react to the hydroxide ions, forming alkaline hydroxides. So when you get this, my friends, when you drink this magnetized water, it reduces the body's acidity. Not only does it taste great, it reduces the body's acidity. That was the first thing we spoke about, right, at the top of the call. How can we reduce the body's acidity? This is a great way of doing it. How about the other thing? How about the free radical damage? Well, check this out. When you drink this water, the hydrogen ions react with the excess free radicals in your body, forming water. Absolute game changer, my friends. So again, we have this whole neutralizing effect that takes place. I don't know if you used to play Pac-Man, right? And you go around, and you got that little thing that will just go around the screen, gobbling up all those points. Same thing here, guys. This is, literally zapping the free radicals, and then it's turning that into water. You imagine when I started to drink this, and I was like, man, I'm going to the bathroom fairly often because guess what? It was doing something. Even the people that drink a lot of water were saying to me, man, I go to the washroom a lot. I said, and they were coming back with some powerful testimonials. I said, yes, guess what? It's starting to detox. I told you at the start, it's an inside job, right? It's working from the inside out. So, people may feel that they are maybe passing gas or, frequenting the bathroom a lot more. Guess what? Your body needs to get rid of it. It's not designed to hold this stuff, right? It needs to remove toxins out of your body. What better way than doing it than getting up and going to the washroom, right? So here, this product works. People ask me, does this product work? Will it work for this XYZ? And I just tell them, take the product and let it go to work. It's your body. It's gonna do what it needs to do on your body, right? So your body, my friends, is made up of at least minimum 70% water. Your organs, water. Your brain, water. Everything, every part of you is water, you know? And so, what if you know this information? Yeah, I know this. I drink water. I hear some people tell me. And yet, when I introduce them to this product, and they're like, man, this is different. I feel hydrated. I want more water. Yeah, my friends, I wasn't the guy that you could put on a poster to say I'm the poster water boy because I was barely drinking water. All right. And it was clear I wasn't drinking enough water. And if you can tell, like a litmus test, if you're drinking enough water, but if you go to the washroom and it looks more like Lucozade than it does clear water, then you probably are not drinking enough water, right? That was me, all right? I definitely wasn't drinking enough water. I was spending good money trying to find a better quality of water, and still the same result. Water was still sitting in the pantry, and it wasn't going in my mouth when it should have been, right? Hydrating myself. So until, of course, somebody shared this with me, and now it's a different ballgame. So the quality of water is a vital component to what we're talking about tonight. Not just the amount of water you're drinking, is the quality of the water good enough for you to drink? Now, this doctor here spoke about water determining disease, determines health, appropriate adequate water restores health, ionized water hydrates, alkalizes, antioxidizes, and detoxifies. Water can be used as a medicine. Absolutely. So, my friends, this is Dr. Lea Ribeiro, not my words, all right? I'm no doctor, all right? All I know is many years ago, I came across a book, and I'll share that book with you um, in a little bit if I get it to hand. This book over 30 years ago introduced me to the demand, the most positive thing you can do for your body, which is give it water. And so many of us are walking around dehydrated. We think we're not, but we are. We think we're hungry, but we're dehydrated. We think we got a headache, and we might have a headache, yeah, because we're maybe feeding ourselves with acidic drinks rather than feeding ourselves with water. Water plays such a vital component to our lives. And this doctor, they call him Dr. Batman, he wrote a book called Your Body's Many Cries for Water, right? You can Google him, go on YouTube and stuff. And he was treating, he had a captive audience. Yeah, he had I think 3,000 prisoners, treating them with water. These guys were dying in Tehran. This is back in the late 70s. And he was treating them with water, guys. He was upping their water intake and stuff like that, managing. So the water wasn't just a case of, yeah, just take the water with something. No, he was treating them with water. Absolutely incredible. Now, I mentioned water that does hydrate against water that does hydrate. Big difference, okay? You could be that person just drinking water, thinking you're doing, your body good, and I hope you are. I hope you're getting really good quality water, filtered water, best quality water that you can put in your body. Whatever you're buying, give yourself the best water you can buy, right? You could be doing all of that, and your body's still not getting hydrated. You think, how's that possible? Well, we're going to show you in a little bit why that may be the reason for you, okay? And why I say to people who drink water, do not think all water is the same, because it absolutely is not. Now, imagine this is you, my friend. If this was showing inside of you, like your cells are swimming, maybe not in the best environment. If it's like the one on the left, we know our cells are getting oxygen. It's getting fed. Our cells are, getting all the. I mean, it's beautiful, right? I would want to swim in there with the fishes, right? Definitely not on the one on the right. The right one looks like goodness. When was the last time it was looked at? Okay. Now this could be, I always liken this. I'm into cars, performance cars. If you left your car running like that, you never changed the oil, you never even bother topping up the water in your radiator. How long, how far do you think your car is going to get before you do some major damage to your vehicle, let alone to your body? If you left your body in this state, you left your cells in this state because you may be more acidic on the more acidic side than you're on the alkaline side, then, I don't need to tell you the answer. Body's going to definitely break down, my friends. Water should be like this, right? It should be moving. When we buy our water, I don't know what state it is. I don't know how old it was sitting there in the warehouse, in the, then you get it in the supermarket. One thing I know, when I buy it, I typically have to definitely wash it off, spray it down, clean it. Sometimes it's the dust. I'm like, where's it been sitting, right? I'm spending a good dollar on this stuff, right? So water should be moving. You see the bubbles there? It should be moving live. And one thing I've always heard from people, and you're going to hear a testimonial, I'm going to play it a bit later once I sort out my laptop here, that how refreshing the taste is of this water when people try it. So if you've never tried this water before, best thing you can do is get your hands on it. What this water does and what this product does, it brings the water back to the natural state where water should be moving. Okay, so I'm going to show you that in a minute, and rather than it just sitting there like this. So again, I was going to play this video. I'm not going to play it just yet. I'm going to come back to it. This guy really kind of breaks down that whole video on how this reaction that takes place, what happens, and why you may not be getting hydrated. So I'm going to come back to that video in a minute. So in the meantime, have a look at this, my friends. Your cells, and for the how big you are, you should be drinking in relation to that. So if you're like 50 kg, right, you should be drinking at least 2 liters of water. Anything over that, you drink to your size. So our cells need to be receiving nutrients, okay? It needs to be having oxygen. It needs to be hydrated. All of those things. How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that if we are drinking water that does not even get into our cells? So this is the typical, problem that happens. You buy your water, you're drinking it, and is it really doing the job that you bought it for? I'm sure you didn't just buy it because you just wanted to just blow your money. No, you bought your water. You know your body needs it. But if your cells is not even receiving it, accepting it, it's not really doing the job that it's designed to do, which is hydrate yourself, give yourself in the cells your oxygen and all that stuff, right? Now, hard water, full of clusters, we get that problem, okay? But partial hydration, magnetized water now, boom, it's broken down those hard molecules, making it lighter and better absorbing, So again, this is one thing that people always tell me about drinking this water. Light, better absorbing water. The magnetization breaks up the clusters, decreasing water hardness, promoting hydration and total nutrition of the cells. So that's the difference between water that does not hydrate against one that does. It's so funny, interesting. My wife's doing a little experiment, and she decided to take the product out of a water bottle and just drink the water. And she came back that night and was like, oh my goodness, you can really taste the difference. I'm like, yes, I know. Why would you even take it out? You know what I mean? Put the product back in your water and get the benefits. It is really that night and day. And I've done it as well. I've done it because I was giving my product to somebody. At the time, I didn't have enough product. And this gentleman needed the product. His mum was traveling to Ghana, and I gave him the product to give to her. And in fact, I gave it to her because I met them at the airport. And guys, for about 3 days, I didn't have my product. And oh my gosh, I was like, no, I've got to get my product back. And I couldn't wait until that product got delivered to my front door. It is that such of a big deal. You will notice it. So guys, this talks about alkalizing the blood, reducing excess free radicals, improving oxygenation. A good health and healthy life is our main goal. The company is not playing when it comes to this. So much so, the World Health Organization, awarded them 10 years after being in business, gave them the certification to say that, this company, the Brazilian company, Timol, the only one complying with the standards and requirements, an institution of adopting a system or method of magnetic water treatment or correction as a system or method of health protection and recovery with scientifically proven efficiency, guys. Yeah, it's not just us excited about it for no apparent reason. We've not just been drinking the Kool-Aid now we're just got some funny juice that we're drinking. No, this is a real deal here. This is 10 years after the company got formed, guys. And don't think for a minute that they didn't get opposition. If you're going to bring out a game-changing product like this, that's going to disrupt the narrative. Do not believe for a second everybody's going to welcome you with open arms. No, they had their challenges. And thank God they overcame those challenges, because now, 22 years later, guys, we are here on a Zoom meeting talking about this very company that got started out in Brazil back in 2004. So again, documentation beats conversation, my friend. This tells you, and for me, I just like to highlight the fact it's scientifically proven efficiency. So guys, I'm going to bring you the product. I feel this is a drum roll moment, right? This is an absolute drum roll moment. This product is the star of the show. So give it up to Sylocimol, right? This is the combo mega product. We have a mini product. The company has an industrial product. Again, we're going to be focusing on the one that you can have in your household and take with you wherever you go. Now, you can maybe see my voice.
Yeah.
And,
All right.
you need to mute. So I bought this water bottle back in February, guys. This was when I first got introduced to actually taking the product myself. Now, I'd heard about the product, okay? I was on these Zooms listening to the product about this company in January. And then I said, you know what? I need to take a trip and I need to get my hands on this product. Guys, this, from that day, there's not a day that's gone by with this water bottle does not touch my lips. Every single day is my best drink. First thing in the morning and the last thing at night, right? I've gone from somebody who barely drank water to now I'm like the water boy. Don't you saw that film with Adam Sandler, the water boy? I'm the water boy, man. And call me the water guy, water boy, this is the reason because this product is Timol's super water magnetizer and mineralizer. So guys, this is like my dynamic duo, right? M&M, magnet and minerals. This is why this is not just your regular magnetic water. That in itself would be great to break down the molecules, but then to go on to do what it does is absolute amazing. So the effects, as I mentioned, alkalinization of the body and the blood, increase in bone mineral mass. As we know, guys, as we age, as we get older, our bones get older, right? We have what we can get brittle bones, osteoporosis, things of that nature, right? If you're not feeding your body and giving your body what it needs, you're going to have challenges as you age, right? Goes with the territory, rigor mortis and all this kind of stuff. You don't want that because of lack of movement. Our bodies are designed to move. The new smoking, they say, is sitting because we sit in front of our screens too long and we don't get up enough. Well, trust me, you get on this product, you're going to get moving. You know what I mean? It actually makes me want to move and do stuff. And I welcome it because I do sit in front of my screen too long. And this definitely helps with that. So, increasing blood oxygenation. And I really think that part there, actually, the increased bone mineral mass, really helped me with my pain I was getting in my hip and increasing minerals by the green one. So, guys, this product, we have this in the mega combo and we have it in the mini version. So when it says combo, that means there's two. So the minerals and the magnet comes together as one. All right. You can actually even order them separately, but this combo comes together as one, saves you money. And this version here will treat up to 20 liters of water. So again, a design for the household. If you've got, people in your house that you don't want to share, you've got people coming two and two, meeting you at the house and stuff like that. Offer them some water to drink. You want a cup of tea, you have that in UK. You want a cuppa? Give them some water or make the tea with this, with this water because it is a game changer, guys. This one and the smaller one, which will treat up to 3 liters, which is the one I typically have in my water bottle, they have the same function. They last the same length of time. Now, in terms of how long will the product last you, guess what, guys? This is the best value for money out there. We're not going to be talking price for the product. Whoever's invited you on, they can talk about prices on the different products. We've got franchisees from all parts of the world on this call. So they'll be able to break it down for you. Now, just to let you know, the magnet in itself will last you 30 years. I have to say that slowly so that you understand it's not 3 years, 30 years. Pretty much a lifetime product. The minerals, okay, the green one will last you 3 years. In fact, it's got a warranty that lasts, I believe, 5 years. But as long as you don't break it, it'll last you 3 years. And you'll see that the minerals, because you'll see the product. Shake it up. Yeah, there's something in there. It's your minerals, right? The product is a dolomite stone. It has the calcium, the magnesium. Your bodies, we need minerals. All right. We're taking a lot of different products from this company, that company. We need water for those products. A lot of the times we're not getting enough minerals in our body. We're not getting enough calcium. Look at your fingers. Are your fingertips white? You're probably not getting enough calcium. And milk isn't the best way of getting calcium, for sure. So again, we've got a great product that helps in so many different ways. Ease to use, so many different variants. Go buy yourself a water bottle, 1 liter bottle. I take a 2 liter. I bought a bigger one the other day. Whichever one makes sense for you, right? The water jugs or the one with the dispenser, they're great. But then you can just easily dispense the water, give some to people to try. And again, for people who don't like to try light water, it's such a nice experiment to see them, say, that was nice. I see it happen in front of my eyes and I just have to laugh because I know how nice and refreshing the water tastes. So again, this technology is recognized internationally. Research and studies have shown, publication renowned institutions. Guys, this isn't just something that we are excited about, right? Go online, do your research. You'll come across Sylocimol. There'll be testimonials. A lot of this will be in Portuguese because the company has been in the beautiful country of Brazil for 20, well, almost, I was going to say 22 years. It's been there about 18 years before it started to make its way outside of Brazil. And now, as a total of 22 years, this company's been around, right? Thanks very much to this gentleman here, the gentleman who formed the company, the CEO of the company, Carlos Enrique. His company has really produced a series of amazing products. This is not just the only product the company deals with, guys. Like this is the product we're talking about tonight. And for him knowing the dangers consuming poor quality water, he did something about it. All right, he put his money where his mouth is, and he founded Timol 2004. And his mission was to provide health and quality of life for people through high quality water that truly hydrates. Absolutely nailed it. Tick all of those things, as we say, does literally what it says on the tin. It literally does that. So 22 years in the business, scientific proof, evidence. You want to do your research, I strongly recommend you do so. Certification of integrity that they received. Go on to Google Scholar, not your regular Google Scholar. You can see some published articles all about it. And guys, we're just growing. It's just like, for me, this is an absolute giant of a business, and it's nobody knows about it. It's the best kept secret. It's not going to be much of a secret much longer, but it's amazing that it took almost 22 years before I even heard about it. And I think I get to hear about stuff kind of early out the gates. And I know some of the guys on this call, we only found about it in 2026. And we're just growing into different markets, different countries here. And it's amazing, just to see, it's almost blows me away, guys. This product, we're not here to make health claims. We're not here to do anything more so than to tell you that this is magnetized water, and it will help reduce free radicals and reduce acidity in your body. Now, guys, we're going to hear some testimonials, so we're going to just make that clear. We're not here to make health claims. We are here to share with you a product that just works, pure and simple. There's a lady who owns a business, a Ghanaian store for your foods and stuff like that, right? Not far from where I live. And I saw that she burnt her hand the other day, cooking and stuff. So I saw the wound. I was like, wow. So I wanted to see her, and I saw her on the Monday, and I literally after the Zoom meeting actually, and I had a little water bottle. I need to buy some more. A little water bottle that I put some water in, and I told her to spray it on the wound, and just a couple of times throughout the day, whatever, just spray it on there. Don't dry, just leave it. And then I saw her the next day, and I just checked in with her, and she goes, she felt the kind of sting of the water, but she said she started to see that it was healing. And then she ended up buying this very product that you're looking at, and she may be even on the call right now. So she can tell you her testimony herself. This is what we're dealing with, my friends. This is not no gimmick. This product works sometimes very quickly, and sometimes it may take longer for different people. So I'm going to stop the slideshow there, my friend. And this is an opportunity for anybody to come on, share a testimonial of sorts if they want to raise their hand. Any comments that they have. I'm going to make sure this, and I'm going to reboot my laptop because I do want to play a couple of those short videos that I was mentioning. So anybody who wants to raise their hand or put in the chat in the, what's it called? In the chat box, put a comment in the chat. I'm going to give you a minute or so to do that. And let's have a look if I see anybody. And if I don't, I'm just going to go back to the slides and show you some amazing testimonial shared. Oh, I see Natalia. You've unmuted yourself.
Yeah, we have Sylvia in the call today, so we can hear from her.
Okay, Sylvia, are you
Yeah,
there?
and then I think so we have Dr. Rivaldo Nigeria. Okay,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Doctor.
Sylvia, you can share
I'm
it.
here. I'm here.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Sylvia.
Yeah. It's been a while since I came to the meeting. I've been a bit busy, and I was also out of the country. So, yeah. I started drinking this water. The 10th of April will be exactly 2 years I started drinking. the water with my family, and it did wonders for my family. So I introduced it to other family members and friends, and they've also really benefited from the water. And things that it did that I never even knew. One was like a cousin of mine who had fibroids. I didn't even know she had fibroids, but she started drinking the water and all the fibroids just came off her, you know. And she told me about it, which really baffled me. So when a colleague at work started drinking the water and ran to me one day to say, "Oh, this water is not good for me. It's messed up my cycle and a whole lot of stuff." I asked her, just asked her, "Do you have fibroids?" And she said yes. And I told her, just keep drinking. This is what it did for my cousin. And for my cousin, she drank the water for 3 months. And she went to the GP and it confirmed that there was no fibroids. All the fibroids had just come out. So I told my colleague to keep drinking, and she's also free of fibroids now. So that's one thing this water can do. It does so many things. Like I believe when you drink it, it's really I don't know the exact word to say, but I'll use the word prepare. It prepares your body and even things that you don't know your body is lacking, you know. An uncle of mine had Parkinson. I'm saying had because he's not shaking anymore. And Parkinson, the symptom is shaking. I thought I wouldn't meet him the following year, but my uncle is able to do a whole lot for himself. He's a Jehovah's Witness guy who couldn't even go to the parish for over 6 months. But now he's able to go to the parish. He does so much for himself. Whilst before the water, he was relying a lot on the family members to even like move him from one room to the other. But now he's able to walk all by himself. He's not shaking anymore. His wife, both him and his wife are diabetics, and the wife's kidney was like gone. That I learned the word that the doctors used was kaput. And my auntie started drinking the water, and now they're saying his kidneys are very strong now. So, you know, anytime my uncle calls me and say, Sylvia, you've made me a young man again. He's over 70 now. That really makes me emotional. But what I always say is that we have to like keep spreading this news about this water, because water is something, it's an essential thing we all drink. Like you can go without water, but you can't go without food. So water, I mean, you can go without, you can't go without water. That's what I mean. You can go without food, but you can't go without water. So water is something which everyone drinks, you know. Everyone drinks water daily. So like if we are able to preach this thing out there, it's been in this country for some time. So by now our numbers should be really very high. Because when I joined the business, it was 2 years in UK, you know. So it's very important for us to talk more about the water and invite people to try it and see what it does to their system. And also, my husband is late now, but the water did wonders for him. He was like someone who his heart wasn't working well. He was referred to the heart failure team in a hospital, but just 2 weeks in drinking the water, they discharged him because his heart was working well, and medications which were having the kidney having problems with it really made the kidney and liver go down. Like when he started taking those medications for his heart, his kidney and liver were just kept deteriorating, and he was told that that is what it's going to be. So like every 2 weeks, we used to go do a checkup, a blood test just to check. And it kept going down and down. But just 2 weeks after drinking the water, the result was so like mind blowing. And the consultants at the hospital were just asking questions, but I couldn't tell them that he's drinking water, And that very day he was discharged. So it did so much for him. He wasn't driving for years, but he started driving. He used to walk with a walking stick, a Zimmer frame, but he started walking by himself. So the water, for me, it does so much. It does so much for everyone who has even bought the water for me. So it's just my thing I'm saying now is that we have to just keep telling people, just preaching about it to people, and let this water get to every home in UK. That's what I can say about this water.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we have Dr. Hoyal in the house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my days. Wonderful. I've not heard this gentleman for a little while now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Dr. Rael, where are you? And I see Simone's on the call as well. Welcome, welcome. Is he still on?
You,
Hello, everyone.
all
Hi.
right. Hello.
Oh, it's been a really long time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been occupied with work, but it's my pleasure to always be here.
Mm.
Sorry, my background is also a bit noisy because I'm still at work. I had to come on, you know, I had to create the time to come on because it's very important to be a part of this amazing family. As we are touching lives, we're transforming lives. In fact, testimonies are always, encouraging and life transforming. So thank you so much for keeping these presentations going. Thank you for always sharing the gospel of this great technology. Thank you so much for the transformations that happened so far. We are really privileged to have this amazing technology. Sorry, hope you can hear me. I'm sorry if my background is a bit noisy. Um, but then, hope you can hear me. Can we?
Yeah, it's going in and out a bit, but we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so I'm sure we must have had so much experiences over the few weeks I've not been around. And I would really love to catch up with the latest updates and testimonies. But so far, I'm sure you've done a wonderful, wonderful work with the presentation, and everyone has enjoyed this great technology that we have. And each passing day, whenever we consume this water, I must tell you, remember my clients that got this device, you see their commitments to drinking the water, it's top notch. In fact, you cannot be wrong. You can never be wrong. In fact, I must say, I remember one of my very consistent clients that used to get the water because she didn't. I don't know if the family wasn't a believer of the device, but she herself was an elderly woman and she used to enjoy the water and was very, very consistent on it for over almost 2 years. For as long as I had known it, she was one of the first people that used to, get this water until earlier this year. And around March of this year, she came for a routine checkup and she was already trying to request for the water when her elder daughter started sounding like doctor does not know what he's saying. Doctor is just about water. He should just do her checkup and give her medications. Of course, I was a bit offended and told her and sent the message to her that see, for this water part, I have no hand in it. I'm not supplying you this water again for any reason, right? And of course, we did what we should, and she was fine, all okay, until she traveled some weeks back, on a journey. Unfortunately, the existing side effects, pre-morbid conditions came up, and she developed a sore, you know. And so this sore has been so bad. that it may lead to amputation because she had been away from this water for almost 3 months since March. And, I don't know, but then she had been fine all along when she had been using this water because she had previous experience, but she enjoyed and came out of it when she started this water. So I wouldn't say, I'm just saying that this water has really helped a lot of people. Many people don't know what they're enjoying until they stay away from it and they may now see how their body turns out. So, as much as for everybody who is on it, keep enjoying it, keep keeping fit, keep staying healthy, and keep spreading the good news because you don't know which life out there you're saving. Yeah, thank you so much. I will try to be around, from now as much as possible so I can keep updating the group on my latest discoveries and outcomes. Yes, thank you so much.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you for your time. I know it's late in Nigeria, so appreciate you sharing what's been happening out there. So awesome. Thanks very much, Dr. Real. We
Thank you
have
so much, sir.
You're welcome. Pleasure. Yeah, it'd be great to have you on these calls. Fantastic. We have Mr. Bradnock. Over to you, sir. Do you want to? The floor is yours.
Great. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
As per usual, great presentation. I try and keep it brief because there's quite a few new faces on this call, which they got to hear the testimonials because I mean, when you say living testimony, that makes more sense. But just to share with you, when I first got this water device, I'm a dancer. We was dancing away in Brogden Regis. Just got my device and had some food in the hotel, which was very awful. And I actually drank this water. And for those of us in the African Caribbean nationality, we understand about what a washout is. Well, this gave me a washout, right? I had 3 baths that weekend in the hotel. Cleaned me out. That was the first testimonial. It cleaned me out, which was good. My second testimony is I don't like saying it, but I suffer with hay fever for the last 5 years. Sore throat, runny nose, but most important, the worst thing is itchy eyes. I literally rub my eyes to they're red raw and keep reaching to sore inside. It's really painful for about 5 years. It was Glenn who said to me, Harold, put it in a spray bottle and spray your eyes. So I've been spraying my eyes March, April, May, June, no sore, no itchiness, no redness. This here, like, wow, this is a miracle water. It's fantastic. Also, I spray my face that looks so young. But this is a great product. And third testimony was I got a 40-seater minibus. I take my under 12s football club. I took them to my favorite team, Chelsea, to the academy. Oh, just for Leroy here. This is sort of for Leroy here. I took them to my football club training ground in Cobham. Been a long distance.
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you. Please, can you make your England English, and yeah, we can understand all. So Caribbean pronunciation is hard a little bit. So make it international English. Thank you.
International English. Okay.
International English.
International English. Okay. Well, sorry. Okay. Anyway, what I was saying, I actually drove my team to Cobham. I didn't drink no water because obviously it's a long distance. Next day I went to the post office. I had this heavy migraine. I thought, how could I have a migraine? I'm drinking water. Suddenly realized the day before I didn't drink any water. I was totally dehydrated. So I rushed home, got my water, and started drinking it. Left my house, went to my friend's house, who's 12 minutes away from me. About 15 minutes, got to his front door. I thought, hang on a minute, my migraine's gone. No, that's impossible because whenever I have a migraine, it takes me 2.5 hours at least to drink water before it goes. This took 15 minutes and my migraine went. I'm like, wow, that's fantastic. Gets better. Now, some of you on this call, we like to snack out, crisps, whatever, biscuits, peanuts. I like these mini cheddar crisps. I haven't had them recently because last time I had the cheddar crisps, I can actually taste the oil. Like, ugh, I can taste the oil. Plus, some of the things I eat, I can taste the sugar. It's more prominent. So this has helped me to stop my cravings, right? Now, some of us on the call here, we do Tai Chi on a Monday. I've been doing Tai Chi for the last 4 months. And because I actually healed myself from a hip replacement before I started drinking water. I swim, I dance, I do Tai Chi. Now, what actually happened, in February, I couldn't do certain exercises, squatting down on because of my hip. And I'm telling you now, I can squat right down and balance on my legs. I'm like, wow, like a little kid again. Exercise I couldn't do before. I know Tai Chi is good, but literally, it's really helped me to do, because I now can see my body, but it's helped me my balance. I'm like, wow, this is fantastic. But the worst one now, the best one for everybody, very graphic. And I'll tell you this here now. My partner's on this call, coming back from Portugal 4 weeks ago, rushed back in a rush, came out of the car, slammed the door slammed on my finger at Faro Airport in Portugal and severed my finger. Just to let you know, my missus here was on the call. She picked my finger up. That was less than 4 weeks ago. And when I went to the hospital about 3 years after, they said this is quite a speedy recovery. Went to the hospital again last week, speedy recovery. Today, I want you can't see it. I've removed the actual bandage. I'm walking around painless. It's tingling, but my finger's healed. Less than 4 weeks. I'm a living testimony. You can't see it, it's a bit short, but yeah. Yeah. So my finger's healed in less than 4 weeks. And I can say this because I've seen some of the testimonials of those people in Brazil, some graphic testimonials. I'm a living testimony to that. I'm here. I don't show you because it's graphic. I'm here, living testimony, less than 4 weeks, healed. So that's me personally, but there's other testimonies. My personal friend, 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, got diagnosed with a chronic illness, went to the hospital, gave her water. Not only did she said that she's feeling a lot better. 2, 3 weeks ago, she told me that when she had her tests from the hospital, a negative. And today, I spoke to yesterday, feeling best ever in a long while, just by drinking this water. And from that, her family was bringing me a friend who me and Natalie saw. You heard her on the testimony 2 weeks ago. She's got sarcoidosis on her face with lines and spots. She drank the water, healed up. Me and Natalie met her 2 weeks ago. She's got so many chronic illnesses going on. I said to her, send me your list of all your problems going on with you. She's not on the call today, but of those lot of the illnesses, 2 of them, she said the water's healing them already. Another customer who's actually a member now, her mother couldn't walk and can't really speak. And she should be drinking the water. She's now getting up. She's trying to talk and she's actually moving around. And I really wish that Val could come on the call and tell the testimony. She'll probably come next week and tell the testimony of her mother. Phenomenal. There's so many testimonials. I mean, I know there's one guy on this call. I wanted to tell his testimonial. I can't say it for him. I'd love him to speak up. But this is so real, everybody. And this is not hype. It's real. This is why I'm doing this full time. Everything else can stand on one side. This is my business because it's not about money. It's helping people. I love it. I get emotional when people tell me their testimonies. I'm like, wow, that's what we have. No hype, real. And right now, before I end this, do you understand our body's made up of 70% water, as Leroy said. The brain is made up of 90% water, 90. Now, you know, dementia is rife in our community. You know why? Dehydration. So we all know people are going through stuff. So I urge all of you should be telling people, and you should be drinking this water and share it with your family and friends. Do that and get them better. That's my testimony. Thank you.
Oh, wow, wow. That is powerful, man. Very awesome. Thanks, Harold, for sharing so many benefits and people that you're now getting testimonials from. This is why, for me, these Thursday calls, Monday calls are just amazing because we want to, as Harold said, just share so many people because of how how powerful and potent this product is helping people with all sorts of different ailments and regardless of where you are in the world, we are all made up of the same thing, right? We all the same blood runs through all of our veins. So great testimonial, man. Awesome. You only sport it there when you brought up that Chelsea bag, but we'll edit that from the recording so that we don't lose too many viewers. But yeah, awesome. Anybody else that want to share? I mean, these are why we do these the Thursday calls. I like to coin them testimonial Thursdays because you hear some powerful testimonials. And like I said, on the Monday call, we'll be focusing more on the business side of things. But yeah, tonight, we just want to hear how powerful this product is. I've got a testimonial that I'm going to play now. My laptop's back to order. So whilst we wait for anybody else, let me see. Is there something in the chat? Okay, yes, some claps there from Sylvia. Absolutely. In fact, when I first came across this, when it was listening to Sylvia back in January, and I was like, man, that if I learn that what she's saying and those testimonials is half true, then I'm going to be all over this. And then, my God, getting my hands on the product. Now I'm falling in love with this company and this product. Absolute game changer. So thanks for guys sharing testimonials. Because I know not everybody likes to share, but we need your testimonials, guys. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they tell me, like this guy you're going to hear from in a minute, he told me, and I said, let's save it. Don't say another word. Record it. And thankfully, he was gracious enough to record it. So let me just play real quick, and then we'll come to Simone. I see she's got her hand raised. Love to hear from Simone, as always. So you should be able to see my screen coming up. Okay, so let me play this about a minute long. Let's go.
Hey, Leroy, how you doing, mate? I'd like to thank you very much to introduce me to the magnetized water. It tastes really good, and what that actually reminds me of as a kid growing up in Jamaica. Do you know how water tastes absolutely fantastic? And I remember this water pumping out from under a rock, and that's actually a riverhead. And this magnetized water tastes exactly the same. But also what I've noticed is that I used to drink a lot of carbonated water. But then suddenly I realized, since I've been drinking the magnetized water, I suddenly realized, hold on a minute. Do you know what? I've got a lot of carbonated water left. So then I'd realized that since I've been drinking the magnetized water, I stopped drinking the carbonated water. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate you introduced me to this magnetized water. Thank you.
There you go. So another testimonial, and yeah, it's like one of those things, guys. Until you try it for yourself, you're not gonna realize just how refreshing this product is. So whoever's invited you, make sure you get your hands on the product whichever way you can. Simone, let's hear from you. We have the queen in the house. So come and bless. Oh, you can't talk. Oh, oh, yeah. Do I need to unmute you? Hold on. Oh, yeah, I do.
Yes, good.
Thank you.
Perfect. Hello,
Thank you.
everybody. Good evening. Yes, today everybody who knows me, my name is Simone. I'm from Brazil, and I started this business about 4 years ago. And this project has really, really changed not just my life, but so many people around me. And today, I just gonna say we have a meeting today, 3 o'clock afternoon here. We have around 200 people on the university in Guinea-Bissau, and because Carmi, one of the ladies who work with us here in UK, she is now in Guinea-Bissau, and she went to university. And first she got a room, and then it was small because so many people want to enjoy, and they have to rush to the other room. More than 200 people. Was amazing, amazing to be part of this today, because the people start to know about this project. And she went to the hospital last week, so she have so many doctors in the meeting as well. They was given little quickly time going to there, watch a little bit and left, but they was very interested to know. So she's doing amazing, amazing job in Guinea-Bissau. Augusta was there. They was there together, and she come back to UK, but Carmen's still there. And she told she have another appointment in another hotel, 5-star hotel in Guinea-Bissau. So she's been working hard in there. And for me, this is like I say, when you try the water, you see the benefits, you want to tell everybody. And it is like to see that room full. A lot of people want to know about this project. Make me so happy because it's something you start from yourself first. And then after that, you cannot imagine how big this can grow. And that's why I've been talking about this project every single day, all the time. Nobody, like my friend says, Simone, if he's breathing close to me, I'm gonna talk about this water. It's exactly like we do. After we see the result, we want to tell everybody. And it's gonna be very selfish if you don't say, because I, for myself, in the beginning, I say, oh, I'm not gonna tell all my friends I'm selling. I'm gonna do in Facebook, Instagram, or like I start to do a course to learn, because I say I don't want people look at me and think, oh, she's selling. She called me again. Now I tell everybody all the time because it's impossible. How are you not gonna be happy to listen all this testimony? It's amazing to listen that. So for me, I'm so glad I say yes for try, and I say yes to spread this project. So if you hear and you didn't try yet, just get in touch with the person who invite you and say, please, I need to try this water. This is amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Bless you. Thanks for that. Yeah, imagine guys, having a couple of hundred on these calls, man. That's where we're gonna be, right? Just keep spreading the word, and we will be absolutely up there, guys. So with that, I am gonna see if there's any more in the chat. Can I just mention it? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, go for it. Let me just unmute. Or do you want to come back on and say something?
Yes, start just want to say something because it's really amazing because what I do as well, I give out like 2 liter bottles of water on a regular, like probably 6 a day. And since I've been giving these out, I mean, last week I gave out these bottles of water, and within 2 days, 3 people have come back to me and purchased a unit because of what they've done to them. I couldn't believe it, And one of them, I know, one of them who not on the call, she's really was trying to sell me something. I said, listen, no, don't try and sell me anything you're trying to sell. We're networkers. But she had to admit that I've got to say something. This product is really good. It's done for me. I've been battling this problem she had for ages. And in 2 days, it just cleans her out and stuff. She goes, I've got to have it. I've got to have it. And I'll tell you something as well, when it's cool. It's really funny. She invited me to her church, 7-day Adventist church. I sat down with 15 women, mature ladies, like my mum's age, and they grilled me at first, right? And I actually really amazing. After about half an hour of me explaining what we have, flipped all around, and they really singing and dancing, and when they tasted the water, they couldn't stop drinking it. And in fact, 2 of them rang me this week. They want the unit and stuff. So I mean, really and truly, it says it all. It doesn't matter who they are. When they see it, taste it, and if you tell them what's going on with it, because people need to understand what we have. Until they try it and hear it, this is history. So yeah, that's something I do.
Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, and you, as you know, Adventists don't mess about when it comes to nutrition, mate.
Yeah,
They know their stuff, so
yeah,
you can't just
yeah.
go up there, rock up there if your stuff ain't good. So you know what I'm saying. So that's testimony for sure. So that's great, awesome, brilliant. Anybody else, guys? And that's one thing I would just piggyback on just what you said there. You know, we have a product that's a high impact product. I mean, for some people, it may take them 90 days or so for them to notice anything. And to be honest, for most products I've ever dealt with, that's always been my guideline. You know, give yourself a chance to get on it. Give yourself about 90 days or something for you to work with it and see the benefits as your body starts to heal and respond to it first and foremost. I've never seen things this quick in all my days. You know, literally the same day hearing testimonials. That has never happened for me in all the things I've done over the years. And I've worked with some fantastic companies, and they cost a lot more than what we're dealing with here. Trust me. And the impact that this has is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So with that, my friends, I think we are good. We've got good number still here. Don't see no message in the chat. Nobody raising their hand. If you want to share, raise your hand real quick and we'll come to you. Otherwise, we will officially call this a wrap. Remember, guys, we do these calls, same channel, same time on a Monday, where we'll flip and talk more about the income side of the business, as well as talk about the amazing product that we have. And then tonight's calls on the Thursdays where we just dive into products and hear some amazing testimonials. So let me see. There, somebody says, where Zoom user? Who is Zoom user? I don't know if you're my guest or Harold's guest or Gusta's, but whoever's invited you. Oh, Dion. Okay, great. So you're my guest. So you can just again go to Google Scholar. You can do some research on there. There's a lot of publications that have been posted there. I can direct some links to you to that. Some research that's been done as well on the product from that point of view. There's actually a nice pamphlet that talks about the effects on osteoporosis and things of that nature that I can also forward to you. So yeah, so that's where we are. And anybody else? Let me just check if there's any more messages. I don't see. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Thanks very much for your time. Appreciate it. We had truly international audience today, all the way from Nigeria. We had Ghana. We had Ghana come London, UK. You know, all over the world, North America, and we were just like the World Cup. We're all over in different countries, and guys, that's how our business is growing in every one of those nations. We will be represented by this amazing company one day to come if we're not already there. So with that, God bless. Have a fantastic weekend. Catch you guys on the next one. And with that, it's a wrap.